gate needs to be accessed before you can get access to doors.
Anywhere you see war, there will never be prosperity. So even though we are church, we need God factor by inviting him. And how do you do it? By inviting him through prayer, engaging him through fasting, engaging him through his word. Be spiritually inclined. But you must appreciate information if you want to be a great leader. You must appreciate information if you want to be a great leader. Constantly listening to it, reviewing it. That's how to develop. Administrator of Service John said, every day is going to work. Is always playing all of the messages in the car. Constant. What you keep listening to will form something in you, in your spirit man. This is how we grow up. Because what we are dealing with is spiritual. And I want us to understand the spiritual implication of what we call church. If you don't understand it, you can't be involved in church. To you, church will just be a house of game, a house of chance, the house where I feel like coming, I come, I don't feel like coming. To many people, that's what church is to them. Church is a place where God meets his people. And if God must meet his people, he is counting on some people to constantly keep his presence and keep the place, his house, running. None of us leaves our house tonight on lock. You kept it under lock, under watch, because it's where you are going back to. So God's house is as important, much more important than your physical house. Just like many of us, we take care of our body because that is what runs us to do whatever we needed to do. So God's house, that is his house. He said, my house shall be called the house of prayer, not the dens of thieves. Today we have churches becoming the den of criminals, where people just perpetrate all evil and just want to be left alone doing it without review. And this is why to us, what I want to talk about, the operations of Jezebel. Now, one thing is so clear, if it's not so clear to you, that is clear to me and heaven, is that we need to silence Jezebelic spirit in this house. I didn't hear someone say good amen. We are waging war. Jezebel has engaged us for 4 years, and Jezebel must not survive this year. I didn't hear say good amen. As I'm teaching, I'm praying. So as I'm praying, you must respond with a good amen. And make sure you are spiritually alive, because if you are sluggish in warfare, they can bullet you. As we are talking now, they are in the meeting, they are watching us. You don't understand. Jezebel is not a human being. Jezebel is a spirit that possesses human being. I told us yesterday, I got to the state I went to. As soon as I came into the room, he said, I have been waiting for you. Imagine if I have no understanding of spiritual insight. I said, who are you? He said, I know you were coming. I'm here to waiting for you. I said, how did you come here? He said, nobody brought me here. I came waiting for you. And I was at the door when you crossed over me to come in. And I'm here to take your life. And you are not going back alive. Clear word. He wasn't missing his word. Clear word. I woke up in a trance. I called Pastor. I said, did you hear what I just heard? In this room, if I don't know my God, I will just carry my suitcase, kitty kata, and run into another trouble. Clear. I said, do you hear what I just heard? Now, if she doesn't also have faith in God and in the grace of God in my life, she will just say, hey, that's a evil thing. She will be calling everybody. Please, I'm coming for you. No. I said, keep praying. Because I understand that we are in warfare. He said, I was waiting for you. So it means the devil is aware of who you are. You might think you are ordinary and weak and feeble. The devil is afraid of you still. For as long as you have the name of Jesus upon your life. You didn't hear me say good evening yet. The angel came to Gideon. He said, thou mighty man of valor. That was a man that was hiding away from the enemies. But when the angel appeared, he said, God sent me to you. He said, you are a mighty. He said, by you, you will deliver this whole nation. Gideon said, I'm a small boy from a small tribe, from a small family. 3 levels of minority that disqualified him from becoming a warlord. As an individual, I'm a weak man, I'm small. From a small family and from a small tribe. How do I deliver a whole nation? The angel said, you are the one. Someone with you, by you, the Lord shall deliver this nation. Amen. Through your voice, through your hand, the Lord shall deliver this ministry. Amen. From the ends of the enemies. Amen. Can I hear a better amen? Amen. If you are doing anything at all for God, especially in a prophetic church, your first number one enemy is Jezebel's spirit. Is what? And I said with emphasis, Jezebel is not just a human being, it's a spirit that possesses human beings. And it doesn't just possess women, it can possess men, it can possess children, it can possess adults. In Revelation chapter 2 verse 20, we saw what the Bible says about Jezebel. Notwithstanding,
I have a few things against thee.
I have a few things against thee.
Because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel.
You allowed that woman called Jezebel. Yes?
Calleth herself a prophetess.
What did she call herself? She called herself. He said, when he said thou sufferest that woman, he said you allowed. You encourage her. You encourage her ministry. You tolerated her. He said, that's one thing I have against you. May God not have one thing against us.
Amen. To teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication.
2 things Jezebel's spirit does. They like to teach. They like to speak. They like to be in charge. When you put things around them, they use it to control everybody. They like to teach. A teacher is an instructor. They like to always call people. Come and see me. I need to see you. I have a word for you. The Lord showed me something. No, they like to be in a place where they can talk.
To commit fornication.
And then to commit fornication means to defile men. To defile men.
And to eat things sacrificed unto idols.
Number 3, and to eat the things that have been sacrificed to idols. Yes.
And I gave her space to repent of her fornication, and she repented not. Behold,
that's fine. Fornication, as it was implied, it's conjugal relationship, right? So in the realm of the spirit, the word fornication to Jezebel is introducing, engaging your spiritual mind with something that defies it through a worship of idols. Not only she will defy your physical body through sexual or immorality, she will defy your spirit being, which is superior. Because your physical being strives and rides on the strength of your spirituality. She will offer food. One of the operations of Jezebel is to not only give you pleasure, she will give you satisfaction. She will go up. please you with gifts. He or she knows what you like. You like pedicure, manicure, he'll give it to you. Anything that is appealing to you. In 1 Kings chapter 18, we saw the Bible says of Jezebel, said, and then she feeds 850 prophets at her table daily. One woman feeding 800, and by some reason, every time they have to prophesy, they only prophesy by the spirit of Jezebel. Because they have eaten her food. Fried fish. Before I begin to show us how Jezebel manifests and operates, which of course cannot be in the full detail, I'll just touch some areas. One thing I want you to know about someone who is possessed by this spirit is that this spirit operates under fear. Though they always try to look like they are bold, they have the spirit of fear. They have fear issues. And the only way to curtail their fear is to use control and manipulation. Does this thing sound familiar to some of us? They use what? Control and manipulation to ease those fears and the fear of rejection. Because Jezebel's spirit always feel rejected. So the only way they can feel that they are in charge is by controlling and manipulating. They know, this is their strength, that for as long as they have a control over you and they can manipulate you, you can't hurt them. If they have bribed you over, they have fished you or barbecue you or give you gifts, it will almost be impossible for you to hurt them. So they use control and manipulation to secure their fear. But like I said, as we look at the attributes and the manifestation of how they operate, you begin to see some pictures and structure. But always remember, please always, and write it down, always separate the principalities from the personality. The principality is the spirit, the personality is the individual. Always know it. When you see somebody acting like that, this is Jezebel's spirit at work, but learn not to attack that individual. Know that that person is operating under that spirit, knowingly or unknowingly. Some know that they have it. They will never admit it, but they know. A teacher hit a little boy in school. You are a stubborn child. And the child said to him, you hit me, I will show you. You hit me in Africa, I will show you. Child, what can you little boy do? Shut up! Say what? You beat me, I will show you. When the teacher went home to sleep at night, then the boy came. Say, teacher, wake up. You beat me in school? Now I will beat you at home. And gave him a slap. And when he woke up, his mouth was on the side. He got to school. He said, when he would say, take me to school, I knew where this slap came from. He got to school, the boy was not in school that day. So he refused to come. 1 week, this boy didn't come to school. He said, take me to his house. They got to this boy's house. The boy was not at home. He knows when they are coming, he will leave the house. And he was telling me, I told him I will show him. He said he has not seen anything. He's beating me in school. If that teacher understand that I was dealing with not with a boy, but with a principality, he will walk in wisdom. That's why if you must win the battle against Jezebel, never you engage them physically. You can't win that battle. They are very skillful in their line of duty. Very, very. The only thing that Jezebel feared is spiritual men. If you can get you out of spirituality, then you are doomed. Number one, operation. I will read it just the way I make my notes so that I can understand. People influenced by a Jezebel spirit targets leaders. And you are one tonight. They will target you. They usually offer to help where help is desperately needed. Either in administration, that means you can understand that now, or in intercession, I should wake up, or some other area that puts them close to leaders. Okay, I will slow down. People that operate under this Jezebelic spirit always target leaders. And they will usually offer help where help is desperate, underline it, where help is desperately needed. Either in administration, you can come to the administration and say, I know, your work is so cumbersome. Which area can I assist you? And you as an administrator, you want help. You want things to move forward. So you say, oh, thank you, God bless you. In fact, we need help in this area, right? You please help us coordinate it. And that has given them control over that jurisdiction, and then to be able to manipulate your administration. Because now they begin to be your feedback. Say, no, what you ask me to do, oh, this is the feedback, the people are doing this, people are saying this. Now you think they are helping you to advance your cause, but actually they are taking control of the people and straining them away from you. They always know where help is needed. And they are always willing to offer help without you begging them to come. They are always willing, but it's always with a motive. Even in intercession, they can tell you, oh sister, I want us to be praying. This church need prayer. We must pray, increase prayer. You'll be happy because you love prayer. They know what you love. So they're going to engage you through what you're involved with. You're in prayer, oh, they love to be in prayer. You're in choir, they love to be in choir. Where they can always show their face and be in control of a group of people through administration, intercession, or any area of the ministry that requires help and muscle that will give them access to leadership. Number two, people that are influenced by a Jezebelic spirit make false covenants. They don't intend to keep, but in order to gain position. They always make false covenants. They do not intend to keep it, but so as to gain access to leader or to gain position. Their common language is that I will fight with you, I will stand with you, I don't give up so easily, no matter what happens, I will have your back. And if they have your back, it means they will stab you soon. You didn't understand? Be afraid of those who say, I got your... You better get your own back by yourself. When they got it, you also constantly do what? Look at your back. Because you don't know what they are doing at your back. Be in my front, so I know who you are. I got your back has given a lot of people opportunity to do damage to leaders anywhere in the world. Why? Because they entrust their back to them. Jezebel spirit always acts like they want to defend your interests behind. If only you have spiritual eyes, then you will know that they're doing more damage. Number 3, people that are influenced by Jezebel spirit seem spiritual to outsiders. They always appear to be very spiritual. They come in talking about their prayer lives. Oh, when you are doing 14 days, they will tell you, do you know I started mine since December, I've been fasting. So you look so intimidated and say, oh, me, it's only 14 I've been doing. In fact, even in 14, I only did 7. So, sister, you need to increase your prayer life, We started since December, crossover night. We've been fasting. We've been praying. I've been reading some books. I have one brother, he's always carrying books around. So when you look at him, you say, this brother is reading. You look and say, I'm not reading. Say, brother, which book do you read? I say, no, I was I said, I read one book. I read one book. It will flip through some point of a book. You say, wow. You feel like you are wasting. He's always having big book. 2 books sometimes. Do you read 2 books in one day? But the way he holds you feel like this guy is studious and a serious believer. Always telling us that I was fasting, but his stomach is always out. So one day we say, I'm trying to remember this guy's name. Then every time I say, no, it's a natural endowment. In fact, do you know, even yesterday I wasn't fasting, but the only thing I drank was pure water. Pure water in my country means sachet water. See, the only thing I drank is just sachet. See, but the grace of God, because I'm always with you, it's always filling me up. So one day, we decided, we must know this guy to his house. So some brothers they visited him when he listed, so we met him eating solid food. And he has when we are going to eat somewhere, he says in church, say, no, I'm not eating. We are all pastors in the church. He will tell us, no, I'm fasting. When you now go to a restaurant to eat, he has his own joint, very close to the church. He will go and declare and finish. When you come back, he's holding sachets of water. You just, you don't eat. You are starving. You say, no, the Lord is my strength. So you will be looking like you are an unbeliever. Say, you pastor, you are eating too much. You pastor, we should be in the spirit. Until one day we know he is always walking alone. So that he can go and say to himself. But he looks spiritual to all of us. And he's the first to always call us, brother, we need to pray. Maybe we are just talking and gisting. No, we are not busy in the office. Maybe, calling to cancel. Just let's just spend time to pray. Let's pray, that you like us pray. Let's pray. So we are motivated by it, but this guy was a crook. Always look spiritual. Mark them. They always tell you, I got a revelation for you. I saw something about you. You know their eyes. Number 4, people that are influenced by Jezebelic spirits seek to isolate the leader from others who can speak into their lives, especially prophetic people who could identify them. I'll read it again. People influenced by Jezebelic spirits seek to isolate the leader from others. They will not allow the leader to have access to the people so that they can control the people. And always make the leader look like he's inadequate or is not really there for them. particularly in the prophetic ministry, they will not allow, because the closer they allow this Jezebel, allow them to get close to the prophet, they know that it could be helping them by exposing the trait of Jezebel. And they want to be in control of those people. Number 5, people influenced by Jezebel's spirit will make people in the same ministry to be against each other. They like to cause division. Anyone who always causes division among leaders is operating under Jezebelic spirit. No leader ought to operate in isolation or in singleness of mind. You need the mind of other people to function. So this spirit will always make people, they will tell you one thing, they will tell you another thing. So by the time the two of you are meeting, what will you be doing? You will fighting. In some family, that spirit is operational. They will make two brothers never to be able to work together. They can make two sisters never to agree. And the person doing that will be watching from back and be laughing. Not only will they put two people against you or you against them, they will ensure that they will mobilize people to turn against you. They will increase the number. Particularly anyone who stands to threaten them. If you become a threat to them, they will work against you. If you are not a threat to Jezebel, for as long as Elijah was a threat to Jezebel, she worked against his ministry. She connived with other prophets in the land, settled them with food daily. Elijah sees himself as the only one that was left. Because all the non-prophets began to work for Jezebel. Only he was left. So when he said, Lord, only me was left, it was actually true, because all the non-prophets began to do the will of Jezebel. God has said, there are people who have not been discovered yet. You don't know them, because it's not yet time for them to manifest their prophetic grace. They are worshiping me, but they are not yet exposed. You already talk about the ones you know. 850 prophets in one city do the will of one woman. Only Elijah was left. That's how powerful they can influence people. No matter how anointed you are, when a Jezebel encounter you, only God can help you. He took prophets of Baal to the mountain. He called down fire, stopped them from being able to call down their own God. No, the God of Baal also answered by fire. So it's not a strange when Elijah said, well, any God that answered by fire will be the God. They say, oh, that's a good one, because our God also answered by fire. So that is a good deal. It's a non-deal. But Jezebel was in the shrine, sacrificing to Baal, while our prophet was at Mount Carmel, believing that the fire will come. But on that day, because of the altar of Elijah, their own altar didn't come with fire. So he killed all of them. And Israel said, oh, the God of Elijah shall be our God. As soon as Elijah came down from the mountain, and he saw Jezebel, and he heard what Jezebel said, the head of Elijah will not remain on his head by this time tomorrow. What happened to it? He ran away. He became weak. Because now he's no more on the mountain. He's in the valley. He had come down to the level of Jezebel. She was able to weary him. He called down fire with such anointing. Kill all prophets. I mean, for you to kill 850 people, is it joke? And he was not tired. Slaughter all of them. And the people bow and say, God, Jehovah is our God. They can influence the whole city against you. But through this platform, believing God, that unity will be reformed in this house. Amen. I can't hear somebody say good amen. Amen. We will have one voice one vision, one assignment. 2019, if you say a good amen.
Amen.
And this is why I'm starting with it, because this is the spirit. If you don't know, that's the spirit that's been there. When I was on, you say Israel, if there's anything you must deal with the spirit of Jezebel. Number where are we? People influenced by this Jezebel spirit play the victim. Who is familiar with that? They always play what? The victim. They want pity party. They always seek for somebody. Oh, pity. Oh, really? You're going to? Why? And they know how to get your attention. They know how to get your attention. You always see people who are full of drama, always playing the victim. Run away from them. The brother said it's just logical. So when you have 10 people and only one person is always having a problem, it's logical. No, that is not the 9 that is having a problem. It is the 1. Number 7. People influenced by Jezebel spirit are never wrong. They will never tell you that they are wrong. They will tell you everybody is wrong. The problem is always somebody else, not them. And if they do say they repent, it's a false repentance. If they tell you, even when you now tell them you are wrong, they'll say, really, you mean? So if you say I'm wrong, I believe you. Because I believe you, okay, I'll accept that I'm wrong. But it's a false repentance to be able to buy your confidence. Then after a little space, they do another damage. Please don't sleep. We have a few more minutes. We'll be out. Somebody shout a big amen.
Amen.
Shout a big amen.
Amen.
Shout a better amen.
Amen.
Number what? People influenced by Jezebel's spirit seem humble, but it's a false humility. It is a religious spirit. It is a false humility. They always appear to be humble, but it's a false humility. Number 9, people influenced by Jezebel's spirit really feel self-important. They always feel self-important. Remember where we read in Revelation chapter 2, he said, remember that woman Jezebel called herself a prophetess. She called what? She called herself. She was not called. They always have to have their way. They always want to have their own way. Always. Self-importance. And they manipulate to get it. Anything they will do to have that self-importance, to be able to make themselves relevant to you or upon you, they will do it. So if you are not careful, you almost depend on them for life. You think they are your helpers, just to play their importance on you. Has it happened to somebody here before? Number 10. People influenced by a Jezebel spirit will not be accountable to anyone. They don't like to be accountable. Anyone with this spirit does not like to be accountable to anyone. If you put them under a women leader, they don't want to. They want to control the women leader. If you put them under administrator, they want to control administrator. And weary the administrator until we leave the job for 2 years. That's why I will not allow them weary the women leader, because they can weary and keep her out of job for 6 months. They do what? they are not accountable. If anyone tries to bring them to accountability, they accuse that person to be a Jezebel. They will accuse you like you have a problem. They will make you look like the devil. Number 11. Does this thing give somebody any knowledge at all? People with a Jezebel spirit look for those who are hurt and wounded or insecure and become their prophets, teacher, and spiritual guide. They draw people to themselves to become their, watch it. They always say, it's my ministry. He said, I don't like to see people suffering. People who have the spirit always present themselves to do what? What now? Do you write it? To be helpers. They always claim to what? To help. To help the wounded, the helpless. I don't like people suffering, so anything I could do to just help you. Now, because you're wounded, won't you need someone to treat you? So, and now somebody makes themselves available. What will you naturally do? You just go along. This person is the only person that cares about me in this house. Everybody else is busy. You know what Absalom said to the people of Israel? He said, my father is too busy, but if you bring your matter to me, I will judge it right for you. Everybody that is wounded in Israel is always calling them. No, don't go to my father. He's not David. He's busy with women. That's why it was me. David is busy with men. If you make me a judge, I will make sure that I settle you well. The case must favor you. And the people say, okay, let's go to Absalom, the son of David. And he will judge their matter to favor them. So nobody was going to the king anymore. He made the people believe that the king is not fit. That he was the one that is willing. He said, if only God will make me the leader in this land, everybody will enjoy me. You people don't know my value. Have you heard people say that before? If they know my value in this church, they would have known that God sent me here to help them. Anybody wants to impress himself, his value on you, is a Jezebel. Because he's trying to make you worthless. So they want to be teaching them, even when you teach them in the church, they still call and say, you engage them with what, begin to teach them theories that defy what they've been taught. Teach another gospel, yes. Is it true that God said? Did you hear what pastor said in the church? Don't listen to him. That's how he talks sometimes. He's an arrogant guy. That guy he's a bully. That guy is a bully. If I could see things in the realm of this, how can I not know what is happening in the physical world? In fact, some people, they without intention of telling me anything, the moment they just cite me back, Apostle, they will just spill it out. I didn't mean to say it. They will just spill it out. Praise the Lord. People with a Jezebel spirit will try to guilt you if you don't bow to their needs. They will make you the offender. They will always tell you that you are not operating in the spirit of love. Have you heard? Does that sound familiar? They say in this house, there is no love. There is no fruit of the spirit. Nobody is acting like Christ in this house. It's all a plot to get you to submit to them. I say, nobody loves this church. I ask them, who do you love in this church? You say, nobody loves you in this church. So it means you yourself, you didn't love nobody. Because after nobody of all people, no one loves you. So you are just the only one that everybody hates. Now, why? And if it's so true, why is it that you couldn't find anyone to love or to love you? It's all a plot to make you submit to their witchcraft and manipulation. And you become their counselor. You think you are trying to help them. At the end of the day, they will help you. They will help you out of purpose. They will help you out of your own assignment. They will derail you from your own passion. They will talk you and get you weary from the things that was exciting you before. It's a plot to engage you. You are doing too much in the church. You are always in church. Church is over. And why are you still here? You are not going home. Don't you have anything to do at all? Okay, follow me to your house. Oh, let me take you and let's go and eat. Just to make sure that you are not efficient and you are not on ground. You don't understand. May God give you understanding. Now, this is very key to leaders. What you don't know can destroy your leadership capacity. You must know. You must know the people you are leading. If you must be a successful minister, you must know who you are leading and the kind of spirit that works in them. Don't ever take people for ordinary. Just the way you see them. No, there's a spirit in every man. And most likely, not the spirit of Jehovah God. And it's a matter of time. Spirit can jump on spirit. And the stronger one can weary the lesser one. Though you are tongue speaking, before you know it, your tongue will begin to reduce. Your language of love and patience will begin to reduce. You begin to come to church and get irritated like them too. You don't understand. You begin to act like them. You begin to hate the things you love. Because you are now seeing things in their own eyes. Number 13, Jezebel will try to operate through people with insecurity. I said that earlier, right? Emotional instability, pride, arrogance, manipulation, and control. You always try to operate like that. Through people who feel insecure too, like them. Once they locate you in the house and find that you're feeling insecure like them, they make you a friend. Or you make one complaint to them. It's an opportunity. You see, I've been saying nobody heard me. Thank God you are also seeing it now. Somebody say good amen. No, I said it the last time. Nobody believed me. Now, thank God now. You of all people, now, you now believe. You see, now, I never saw it before. If you watch more, you will see more. Before you know it, you become their students. Number 14. People influenced by Jezebel's spirit will twist the facts. They have selective memory. They have selective what? They will always twist the facts because they have selective memory. They are smooth and sleek and almost will convince you that they are right. They will almost, if not actually convince you, you will need the help of the Holy Spirit to discern. In fact, even when you discern, at some point you begin to doubt your own discernment and believe them. They will always twist fact. You know that they are lying, but you believe they are lying. People influenced by an advanced Jezebel spirit, people that are influenced by this Jezebelic spirit will actually start praying witchcraft prayer against you. Praying their own will. That's witchcraft prayer against you. Lord, remove that person. Lord, kill that pastor. Let us give us another pastor. Lord, remove that administrator. So that we can put our own guy there who will do what we want. They will not only wish it, they will pray it. They can call 2-3 people of their like mind together and begin to pray. You think they are praying for the growth of the church, but they are actually praying to establish their own counsel. There's always a God that answers. That's the amazing thing about the spiritual realm. Don't you hear armed robbers going to rob and they say, Father, as we're going today, go with us. Let us come back safely. Who are they praying to? They believe that they are praying to a God. They have faith that they are praying to a God. And when they come back, they make sacrifice to that God and say, Father, we thank you, God, for helping us. They know, they do it. Why will that answer be granted? Why do the righteous suffer? Because the wish or the will of the evil people. Why will Job suffer? Because the devil negotiated with God. He's serving you because you are protecting him. Give me opportunity, let me try, and you see that he will not serve you anymore. Why was it granted? Job always made sacrifice to God for same reason, that his household and children, everything will be protected. And God has been answering that prayer. Why will God now say, okay, go and do it? Negotiation. As far as this realm is concerned, this heavenly realm, there are negotiations going on. You might be doing the right thing. Somebody's negotiating. Do you read in the book of Kings that there was war between the Assyrian, I think, and the people of Israel, and the war was fierce, and Israel was prevailing according to the prophecy given to them. Suddenly the king took his son and slaughtered his son on the altar and make a demand, give me power to rule, to kill Israel. And God told him, go and kill them. Because you slaughtered, you gave me a sacrifice that they didn't give me. I promised them victory. Now you gave me your son that should take over your throne. Go and kill them. And he killed. Negotiation. That's why talking in tongues is talking. Beyond talking, you have to sacrifice in warfare. Something has to be laid down for somebody to have victory. In warfare, it's negotiation that is going on. That's the reality of spiritual world. There's ongoing, right now as we speaking, there are, now, what we are doing now, we are negotiating on behalf of the church. That's what we're doing. We're sacrificing our energy. We are tired, right? I, for one, if not you guys, me, I'm not fit to be standing right now. Sacrifice. And they could still awake till 4 a.m. When you hear kukuruku, that's when they run home to go and sleep. Just to go and decide the life of somebody, they will stay awake. We to decide the life of growth of a church. We can, are you listening to me? These guys will not sleep. Only one person they want to destroy, so that they can feel like they are powerful. They will be sacrificed. Anything they have to do to make sure that person suffer, they will do it. It's negotiation. And when a righteous man is suffering, is God not watching? Is it not true? God knows everything now. The man told me, I'm here, I will kill you, you are not going back home. I negotiated for my life. On the third day, he still challenged me. In fact, I started stooling blood. By the second day, I called her. I'm seeing blood. By the third day, he started, the battle was fierce. Then I called her when I say, prepare on Thursday, I may not be in church on time. It was battle, life and death. Who somebody has to win this battle. You see people go to sleep and didn't wake up. Sound normal, right? Somebody negotiated over their destiny. No edict, nothing. You have had edict that should kill. Somebody just had slight one, nothing happened to them. I mean, something happened to them. Slight one, they died. You have migraine, all kind of things. You are still standing. there's a higher negotiation over your life that preserved you. May that preservation not be removed from your life. You didn't say good amen there.
Amen.
The solution to winning the battle against Jezebel: stop tolerating Jezebel. 2-3 years ago, when I came from Virginia Beach, and I came on a Sunday morning, 2 years ago, and I met them, and I said, and Pastor, I said, this is what the Lord said. The Lord said we should stay focused. And stay in love and in the word of grace. That's the only way to conquer this Jezebel spirit. He said, God said that is all that we need. Focus, praying, stay in the place of prayer, not talking, not confronting anybody. If we do, we have victory. As soon as that prophetic word, the spirit became violent and then engaged and make sure that this one and this one never will need to really pray. They will stay in church till 12 midnight before to talk about church and plan. That never happened again. And so that gave them power. They divided them. Now, if these two men are not functioning, who else will function? Nobody. It's automatic. As soon as that problem was it, the reaction was that he separated them. Okay, let's ensure that they don't even meet. If they don't meet, how will they pray? How will they plan? Strategy. I told us that the devil doesn't have power, but what he has is what?
Device.
Strategies, devices. He said, be aware of. He said, do not be ignorant, which means be aware of the devices of the enemy. He didn't say be aware of the power of the devil. It's the devices. All power had been given to us as a church. All power, that's the reality. All power had been given to us. All. We have the power. The only thing we don't have is unity. You know the prayer Jesus prayed? Say, Lord, when I come, will I meet faith or not? Number one. Number two, Lord, keep them as one. And what is fighting us today? Lack of faith, lack of unity. If only there will be one. We can't fight Jezebel's spirit when we are divided. When I'm speaking this language and somebody else is speaking different language, and what will happen? There will be victory. Even Nimrod was able to build a tower of Babel, tower of confusion, to reach heaven, because he had the people that was working with him with what? One language. God knew. God, they didn't even pray to God. God, we are going to build a tower that will reach heaven. Vision. They didn't involve God. But God said, for as long as they are one, this thing will be done. For as long as the strength of anything in life. For as long as they are one. So now when you now put God involved, if you bring God factor into it, to your oneness, your unity, you have victory. Smart victory. Now without God, you build the tower until God came and scattered it. That's why some people can succeed in life, in business, even though they don't go to church. But they work on principle. Life is about principle. God is about principle. God himself works on principle. He's God of principle. That's why he doesn't break into people's home to force somebody to follow him. No. If I knock at the door and you open, he says, I will come. If you don't open, you just go back. That's God. Doesn't force. If he sees unity in us, he will operate. If you see that we are divided, he will leave. He will believe they are not ready for me. Once they are ready for me, I will walk with them. That's God. He won't force and say, well, this is church, this is my house, I must make sure this church grow. No, God will not force the church to grow except the people work together. Even though it's his business, if we allow the enemy to prevail for as long as we are divided. Is spiritual warfare. Is negotiation. Is what? Negotiation. Somebody is negotiating. And it is the one with the higher bid that is paid, that is honored. That's how the heavens works. Anyone that satisfies them, they follow them. They honor. That's why I allow rains on the roof of the wicked man and on the roof of the righteous. If the wicked man is sacrificing, they will enjoy it. so that I can have harvest. But the only thing is that on the last day, and we tell him, thou wicked man, depart from me. And that one is guaranteed. But for as long as he's sacrificing to the heavens, to be have his entitlement. So you cannot be spiritually lazy and expect God to be working with you. When the people you are fighting against, they are not spiritually lazy. They are spiritually what? Vibrant. Though in the world of darkness. It's both spirituality. It's just that one is light, one is darkness. Someone say good amen now. Amen. As we are talking now, witches and wizards now are meeting now. Seriously now. They know what they want to achieve this year. And their plan. 9/11 was not just a terrorist attack. It was a spiritual orchestration. Bam! 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 They hit them. Because they sacrificed. Negotiation was done in the realm of the spirit. Anywhere you see war, there will never be prosperity. So the more they kill the innocent soul and waste their blood, the land will be angry against its inhabitants. That's what is happening to a lot of African countries. You see them poverty, struggling, pain, agony. Innocent blood are crying. And there is no justice in the land. Until there's that group of them say, Lord, have mercy on our land. We vomit this evil out of the land. I will repent of it. He will still be prevailing. And God will be watching. Until you involve him, he'll just be watching. God doesn't break into people's home. He waits until he's invited. Do we have understanding now? So even though we are church, we need God factor by inviting him. Bringing him into it, into the work. And how do you do it? By inviting him through prayer, engaging him through fasting, engaging him through his word. Be spiritually inclined. And we cannot do things by mere ideology or how we feel. If any one of us still function on emotion, we cannot please God. We can't run the church or for him. Jezebel's spirit is very wicked, crafty. Kill a Jezebel before you kill a serpent. Elijah didn't complete his ministry. That was the truth of the matter. Though he was taken by chariot of fire, but he didn't kill Jezebel. He was supposed to make sure Jezebel died. That was his assignment. So when he said he was tired, who will be reading Jezebel? He said, okay, come on. But it was never fulfilled. So you can be anointed and be wasted. They can frustrate you. What Jezebel does, if it cannot succeed in killing you physically, they will frustrate your assignment. You will not complete your assignment. Or they will chase you out of your assignment. But I pray for this house. God will give us the needed capacity, spiritual capacity to conquer Jezebelic spirit. Amen. Can someone say good amen there? Amen.